Yo, what's up guys? It's TheInsaneGamefreak here to bring you Pokemon Best Wishes episode 26 review. Now you're probably wondering, wait a minute, you did episode 39, what the fuck are we going to 26? For those of you who don't know, because of the earthquake in Japan a few months ago, a lot of TV shows got lost some episodes in terms of broadcasting. And this is one of those episodes that was supposed to air during the time of the earthquake, but due to the earthquake didn't air. Is this in the Pokemon and the Team Rocket versus Team Plasma episodes of the other two that didn't air? Those were the only three that didn't air. So technically, our boudoir of Pokemon episodes, even though I've been doing reviews for every episode, there's technically only 30, should be 39. So there's only technically 37 videos in the whole Pokemon review folder. And that's because the Pokemon Team Rocket episodes haven't aired yet. They've actually, I find it kind of funny that they aired the one after that. Because this episode particularly takes place right after Ash gets the badge. So technically, we should have saw the Team Rocket episodes before we saw this one. In terms of, bringing back the ones that didn't get aired. So I wonder if the American version is going to air first. Because the next two episodes have nothing to do with the Team Rocket stuff. Like the next two episodes is the Zora movie episode and the battle. The battle tournament? The battle. What is it? The battle is like the the battle club tournament. That's what it is. So I don't know. We might see the Team Rocket one in America before we get it in Japan, which will be awesome because we barely get anything around the same time as Japan, much less before it. That's rare. So anyways, on to the episode. Honestly, I like the episode. There's two things that, ironically, I'm going to stop talking about the episode because honestly, it's one of those things that you really don't need to know. Like, if you watch the episode, you already know. That essentially is a fishing contest. Team Rocket has rigged it so they can steal the Pokemon that everyone catches. And they're offering a prize, which is a golden fishing rod, which really isn't gold fishing rod, which it never is because it's fucking Team Rocket. When does Team Rocket ever give out real gold shit? Ironically, I didn't look up the English names for the Pokemon like I usually do, because I just got home from work, so I apologize on that front. Mainly because it's not that big of a deal. None of the Pokemon are reoccurring, so it don't matter. The only one I remember is Peril, and I don't think that's the English name, and if it is, then holy shit. Peril is like the jellyfish one. There's two versions of it. There's a blue one, which I'm assuming is the male version, and the pink one is the female version, which is like the only two Pokemon really to note here. And it's the pink one, I believe. So, to give the honestly, this episode in particular kind of started a discussion in my brain that kind of relates to something in terms of the 4th gym. Now, if you played the game, which I'm pretty sure most of you have played the game. First off, Bianca's in this particular episode because this episode takes place right after Ash gets the badge, and Bianca shows up again. There's a few hints Bianca leaves in this one and a few of the other episodes where she mentions that she hasn't gotten out much. She never went fishing before in this particular episode. The other episode is that she just never got out much, which I think is hinting on her personality from the games. And I think that's the reason why they made her like this. Because in the the game, she's nowhere near as hyper. And I don't know about you, but me personally, Bianca it's really getting on my nerves as much. I've kind of just accepted that as a part of her personality. I think it just ticked me off as a first impression for her. But she gets less annoying in the episode she's in. Ironically, I find this funny that this episode airs before the other ones does. So she's actually more annoying in later episodes than she is in this one, because in this one she's barely annoying. She's only annoying like in the beginning for knocking Ash in the water for no fucking reason, because I can't tell with Bianca when she runs if she's running because she's tripping when she pushed him, or if she legitimately just ran, or she just runs like that, because honestly her clothes are not really suited for her running. Like she runs like because her fucking clothes are so restrictive around her legs. Like, is she running or is she tripping? I've always wondered that. But the reason why I bring her up is because, and I didn't want to make this episode a Bianca discussion, but that's what it's going to turn into. If anyone remembers from the games, around the 4th gym, you see Bianca having an argument with her father about her father thinking that she should go home and all the other shit. And the 4th gym leader actually talks her dad down to give her a break and to chill out. I'm wondering if they're gonna do that in the anime, because remember, we're not at the 4th gym yet. So I wonder if it's gonna be the same in the anime, because they've already hinted towards her being a sheltered child. The only difference is in the game, she's more unsure what she wants to do, where in the anime she's a sit-out trainer. She's just really sheltered still. Like, she's sheltered, but she has a completely different personality from her game counterpart. Her game counterpart is kind of just neutral and kind of shy-ish, or her fucking anime counterpart is really outgoing and hyper, because she hasn't been like she's like a monkey that hasn't been let in the cage, hasn't been let out of the cage in the fucking anime. In the game, she's just kind of like, woo man. But in all honesty, I don't mind her as a character anymore. I'm fine with her as a rival, and I don't know. I'm interested to see how much they're gonna follow the game. We know Drayden is the gym leader in this particular. Drayden is the gym leader for the 8th gym. We know Alder is mentioned in the anime as the champion, and if this was another add-on to it, it would be interesting. We know Team Plasma is in the game, is in the anime. Also, for the people who are wondering about my comment on the last review, I believe, where I was talking about when are they going to switch the opening, someone informed me in the comments. I forget the YouTube name right now, and I apologize, but thank you, user. You know who you are. They notified me that I didn't really notice this, because this is the first time I'm watching the Japanese over the English. You can the fucking opening switch over every 50 episodes, and considering almost each season has like 3 openings, I'm assuming this is probably gonna go into the hundreds, 150. I'm assuming, which would be kind of ironic. 150 episodes per region, like 150 what Pokemon. The episode itself was fine. I mean, really, essentially what happened is technically this episode is a prelude to Dento catching skunkfish, because he is such a fucking fishing fanboy. You kind of noticed through the episode, which ironically I probably wouldn't have been as tripped out off of the whole marry my Pokeball crap in the fucking Japanese version if I had saw this episode first. But earthquakes, life is hard. Pokemon isn't goddamn everything. Another noteworthy thing to note here is I like what Iris tries to do, because Iris apparently sucks at fishing. So as the wild child that she is, and this is just proving another like random black stereotype, well, kind of the African black stereotype, not the ghetto, but the African one. Her first instinct is to say, fuck the fishing rod. I can't catch anything with the fish rod, so I'm gonna go in the water and grab the fish. And that's what she did. She went in the water and she got in trouble. Now, I would say this is like the first episode we've seen where Team Rocket actually has put on one of the lame ass disguises they tend to have. And this was actually, ironically, the same episode that they were being the dumbest. Because the whole Peril thing I mentioned earlier, essentially Belle catches the thing in terms of like hooking it with the fishing rod. And for whatever reason, it tries to tentacle rape Ash. And then Dento and Iris try to help, and then tentacle rape those two too. Which leaves Ash telling Pikachu to shock the shot. I'm shocked the shot, and Peril leaves. But Team Rocket takes all the Pokeballs that all the participants have captured and tries to make off with them. And I thought they were actually going to get away, but then I forgot this was a kid show. And now, up until this point, when Team Rocket gets away, instead of blasting off a thing, they just fly off on jetpacks. So my logic was thinking, if they're not getting away on the jetpacks, they're probably going to get, because they show a boat. So I'm like, okay, I'm assuming they don't have the jetpacks because they have the fucking boat. Okay, they had the boat. And what ends up happening is Peril, for whatever reason, gets really antsy and starts fucking with the boat. Like, she pushed the boat away before they got in the boat. And then on top of that, took the bags of the Pokeballs and released every fucking Pokemon in the goddamn bag. And at this point, I'm like, well, I guess we're going to see a blasting off again thing here right now, because they don't have the jetpacks apparently. And then James has Yamask use smoke screen, and they run into the fucking booth, and they pull, and guess what they pull out? The jetpacks were on their backs already. They beat the jetpacks and they fly the fuck off. My logic here is this: if you had the jetpacks to begin with, why bother using the boat? You could have just carried the bags of Pokemon. It wasn't even a huge bag. It was like a I don't even know what they call them. It's not. It's somewhat of an old school bag that you used to see women carrying like around the 50s and shit. It wasn't even a big bag. It wasn't like it was a fucking sack. It was a little bag that you could have picked up with your hands and flown off on a jetpack with. But no, we had to use the boat. There wasn't even reasoning for the boat. The boat was only because of the sense of a getaway. I'm like, you had jetpacks, and then you used jetpacks at the end of the episode. Why in the flying fuck wouldn't you just use the jetpack? Why did you need the boat? And you lose the Pokeballs because you trying to use the boat. And that's just, to me, that's just either Team Rocket was being really fucking stupid, or that was lazy. That was lazy. I don't want to hold the bag. I don't want to hold the bag. I mean, they don't fucking say it, but it feels like if it's not because they were stupid, which is what I'm thinking it is, they were really fucking stupid. It's because I don't want to hold the bag of Pokeballs, which to me just means they would be lazy. But because they don't explicitly say that in the episode, I'm going with the first option, is that they're fucking retarded. And we have a lot of proof of that in past episodes in other regions. So by proxy, I'm a little annoyed that is the reason why they failed. Because you know what? These were wild Pokemon. It wasn't like they caught. It wasn't like the Pokemon they were stealing were theirs. They stole wild Pokemon. That's not really a big deal because it's wild. And they were legitimately in Pokeballs. Like, to me, this is one they should have won. It's like, I understand it's a kid show and they do this shit to cater. That's why they will never let Team Rocket actually fully win. Like, they'll let them win for like an episode or two, but they're never, unless they catch them naturally. That's the only time they let them win. That's bullshit. But I think that's about everything for the episode in terms of clarity. It was actually pretty funny, the thing with Dan. Iris had a good comedy moment. Iris still doesn't. You know what? He keeps. I mean, in the episode, Dent calls himself a fishing connoisseur. Well, you need to just stop the bullshit and just say the dude loves any type of art, because he seems to be into everything. And the next in episode 40 even goes on to extend that, because the next episode is apparently some type of. They introduce a character, and I looked on Saripi. The dude's name is Luke, and they're like filming some type of Pokemon movie-ish thing. And they wanted Ash, Iris, and Dent's help, and Dent gets really into it again. So I'm assuming this nigga's just an art connoisseur. We're gonna stop calling Dent because he calls himself a fishing connoisseur. He calls himself a Pokemon connoisseur. What was the other one? Detective connoisseur, science connoisseur. Like, you know what, dude? You just like the arts. You like any type of fucking art. You like any type of. Stop bullshitting it. Just you're a connoisseur of many different things. Don't even call yourself a Pokemon God. Just call yourself a connoisseur of many fucking things. I mean, I like this whole thing with the fishing time mode. Also, like how they put that in English. They put every time he goes to one of his time modes, he's like, it's tasting time. They don't actually have him say it in Japanese. It's in English. It's like tasting time, fishing time, science time, detective time. I'm betting this one's gonna be movie time and art time and shit. He's a connoisseur of art. That's what I'll name this episode. This review is just Dento, the connoisseur of art, or just the art connoisseur. Because we need to stop dicking around. But anyone has any thoughts on the Belle / Bianca situation? I hate the fact that they changed his name. They changed their name when it wasn't even a hard name. It's like you went from Belle to Bianca. Why can't you just keep it a Belle? Alright, I do, for anyone who didn't know, I mentioned in the Gothaletta episode review, which was a while back, I think it was like, what, episode 21, 22? I was like, shit, I hope they don't change Sally's name. Alright, they didn't change Sally's name, which I was actually shocked about, because Sally seems like a way more common name. And the dude's name in the next episode is Luke. You changed Belle to Bianca. I'm hoping you at least keep Luke, because it's Luke. It's like, you can't misconstrue that. I don't understand what is the basis for Pokemon USA changing certain names. Like, why is Sally okay, but Belle isn't? Or, why is Satoshi, I understand Satoshi for Ash, but why is Iris okay, but Dent is? Dent or Dento. Why can't you just call him Deno? Oh wow, well never mind. I mean, it's not that hard to pronounce. Silent. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, I've rambled on for too long. This is my Pokemon review. I apologize it was a day late, but I had an extreme headache from a video I did off of Terrell Game Vlogs, which is my vlog channel. If you want to subscribe to that, it will be in the description. And I watched the episode. I watched that and Blue Exorcist last night. couldn't. I was still suffering from a headache, and I didn't want to do a Pokemon review half-assed because I've been doing some of those lately, especially because the last few episodes. Not this one. What was it? Not the art shops one. The fucking Audino one was really chilled out, man, because I just didn't give a fuck. So here's your review. I hope you enjoy, and just a few things. People, I just want to address something real quick at the end of this. For people who are bitching about links, there are episodes. I figured this would be kind of obvious, the reason why I don't do this, but I figured I'd just go ahead and say it at least in one of these reviews. The reason why I don't upload episodes are for obvious reasons. The copyright reason, the fact that it airs on TV, so I don't see the point of me uploading it here. Eventually the DVDs will be out for you to buy, which I'm assuming won't come out until at least they get to the second opening, is my guess. But still, it's just retarded. Like, why would I upload the episodes? And if you have a problem with it, really, it's that big of a deal to you that I do reviews for Pokemon episodes? People seem to enjoy it. People notify me every one. I get comments on my channel and fucking inbox messages about when the episode is out, and I fucking do these reviews because I like doing the reviews. Pokemon right now, I'm kind of in a neutral point. A lot of people like the reviews. I mean, whatever. I've just been seeing a lot of I've been seeing a lot of comments. Like, if any of you guys who like these reviews, go back and look at my other reviews. There's so much hate on like almost every one of those reviews because it's a misleading thumbnail, even though the review is in the title. It's kind of funny. There's so many racist comments. It's amazing how much of a bigger person you feel like when you're not talking to somebody in their face. It's insane. It's insane. It's crazy. But anyways, that is it for this review. Gotta catch them all. Thoughts, comments, responses in terms of the Belle stuff, the episode stuff, whatever. I thought it was a good episode. I'm kind of hoping they do the Bianca stuff in the anime like they did in the game. That would be kind of cool. If they don't, fuck it. I wonder if Charon's gonna show up. Anyone's thoughts on that? Because we haven't seen Charon, which makes me think Charon's not gonna be here. I hate that when certain rivals get replaced. And I'm thinking, since Ash only has 2 right now, he has Shooty or Trip and Belle / Bianca. I think Shooty's supposed to beat Charon, but I kind of hate Shooty Trip because I kind of hope they put Charon in there, because Charon seems like a dude I probably would get along with. I probably would like him in the anime. But, oh well, oh well. Anyways, that's all for the review. Life's a game, let it win. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.